let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, good morning, Ron. So today I was looking Sentry. I found one N+1 issue inside the search chat. It was due to we are calling get all group member paginated there inside group. So I fixed that N+1 issue and create a pull request. JD approved it. So I will test it on QA. Then we will move to prod. So like he just it's deploying currently. I will test it after that.
Okay, very
Okay,
good.
and apart from that, I am continue work writing on test cases also. So yep, I will look another task also.
All right, sounds good. Thanks on it.
Thank you.
Jerry, go ahead.
Yep. Let's see. Get everything loaded up real quick and make sure this is correct. Okay. So just checking. It looks like Amit that we merged the log thing for
Hmm?
we merged the job for the log like rebuild until like 1 p.m.
Yes,
It's like or 1 a.m. Sorry, it looks like it's working now. We didn't
hmm,
have the downtime incident last
yes,
night,
yeah.
so nice, good job. Let's see.
Thank you. Yeah, I also see that.
Nice. Okay, and let me go ahead and get my window ready to share. All right. So, um, you can see my screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Todd asked for moderators. He just asked that. Oh, is it not? Did it not deploy? Oh, it might be on QA. Let me see. I might be able to pull up my. Let me pull up my local host real quick. Then, oh, this was deployed. Just a few extra quality of life improvements. Okay, there we go. And the images are not showing just because I'm in my local host and it's doing that locally only. But I know one thing Todd was asking is if a user gets flagged or reported by like our auto filters, that the banned users were showing in here. I removed the banned users from here. And if you wanted to like view more details instead of having to search up the profile, you can actually now just click on it and just see their activity from here um, as well. It's just a small little quality of life change here, and you can see it here for these user details. And
Yeah, that's a big time saver, man. Thank you.
yeah, for sure. And you're getting the emails right when somebody.
Yeah, yeah, I'm impressed by those emails.
Okay, yeah, that you're getting like the AI feedback and all that.
Sure am. It's very
Nice,
helpful.
awesome. Okay, so that's good. Also, yeah, with the web view, looks like web views gonna be ready to go today for showtime. Um, I did change the listen live button to be a little smaller, like you asked. Now with this, I would like to ask. So, do we have a plan yet? Right now, I don't have this showing like grayed out when we're not live. But last night, I hopped on and I showed y'all like, yeah, this is what I can do. But I don't know if we're doing like reruns all the time, or we're just gonna do uh, always live or live at sometimes. John, do you have any?
Not sure. Probably just leave a loop running so we can have it stay live.
Okay.
And should we account for this is a computer that's running these streams. Should we account for if it does stop on its own, that something does happen to that button and goes gray, or let someone know it's not live, or is that too small of a case to even worry about it?
I mean, I could just code it in. I don't know what the expectation is for this, and it's kind of a one-off for this web view.
Right.
But yeah, okay, I'll just keep that in mind. So that, and also last thing I was going to work on yesterday was the favorite update. You wanted me to grab some numbers and see how many users got affected. I just found these, and which is good. What I did is I said, give me the favorite. This is for like the cares getting created and the timeout. I said, okay, give me all the transactions that happened, for example, last 2 weeks. I can go for a month here, and I can give you all of them that took 30 seconds. And these are actually just all by like the users that reported the issue. And they all happened about a week ago. And since then, let me go to the past week. Actually, we got to go like 4 days because it was a week ago we fixed it. Yeah. So looks like we had one that took 11 seconds. This was 17 hours ago. This actually, I'll look into this one, but yeah, the rest of them look like that they're taking, like I said, about 4 or 5 seconds. I'll look into these and see what's taking so long for them. It might be, I can find out probably just by looking by the user key. User key, I don't recognize that user key, but we'll see. Usually that's what happens when there's a lot of carriers involved. It takes a while, but I could profile that case a little better. Now, for today, I think I will be kind of looking for something new. I know that we're probably going to be doing a live test of that web view. I'm totally available to just kind of stick around and kind of check stuff on the fly if that's what the plan is for this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I think if there's any other task I can look at, let's see. I haven't seen anything kind of sent my way lately. Just kind of double checking some notes here. But yeah, I think if we do plan on starting the campaign, may I suggest? Oh, hey Todd. uh, may I suggest maybe an email blast or something? Since we do have the emails, I don't know if that's something that we want to do or if that's something the Start Engine is going to handle for us. But
Yeah, no, we plan to do that. We'll talk to you about that today. Actually, we got to get it set up.
okay, yeah, that's kind of all I have from my end. Otherwise,
Okay. All right. Yes, Amit.
Now, did you see a message in investor chat? One user wants notification only from the Circles team.
Yeah, that might be a little trickier
Hmm.
for now. We already have a lot of ways to control
Yes.
notifications, so um, we'll we'll look into it. They can just get them from the people they follow, but yeah, we'll look into it. I don't want to make more
Yep.
settings and more things that make it more difficult for people.
Yeah.
It's already people have a hard enough time finding some of the settings already. Okay. Let's get another update. I mean, why don't you go ahead for us?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, let me share my screen real quick. So I did some changes on the live button here, and oh yeah, this is a different branch. Uh, will take me a while. to rebuild because I'm on the new architecture. But yeah, the button that was in here now it looks like the one that we have inside Profile Podcast, the pink one, smaller and everything, and also it has the animation, and also on the Profile Podcast it has the animation if it's playing. Um, there's still one thing I'm still like waiting on the back end. I'm not sure if Jerry's done with that.
You we want it on the main chat? Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was confused. Let me do that now.
yeah. So yeah, once of that, um, well, I did open the PR and everything for it. I'm just waiting on the back end for this small change so it can be complete. But yeah, by the end of the day, I think it's gonna be merged with dev, and we'll see in the next build. Yeah, and Ismail yesterday did a build with the new architecture. I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to play with it, or fill with it if any other issues arises.
This is in 14. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I've been using it a little bit, and so far so good. No problems to report yet.
Okay, yeah, because like I was looking into the Android too. I didn't see any issues in Android. Like I remember there was like a crash if you scroll, just scroll chat, it will crash it. That was not happening for me, so I think that fixed too with the downgrade of the Sentry somehow. Um, but yeah, what else? Um, yeah, that's basically it. If any new issues with the new build Android iOS, I'll be looking into them and fixing them.
Okay. I'll start testing with it too. Anything else you want to report? I mean,
You know, that's all for me.
okay. All right. Good job. Thank you. Ismail, let's get your update.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we got a new build yesterday. So the whole purpose of the build was like kind of put in development what should be tested. So whoever's building, please reference that, or whoever's testing. So yeah, as I mentioned, he fixed the scrolling problem and other bugs. I worked on personally the links for the links for the for the link previews are now dynamic in that new build, so there shouldn't be any jumping and it should fit. Also, our internal links should be like supported where you can see the preview in that build. Uh as well as I made changes to the deep link, the behavior there. In terms of that code, I kind of refactored it a little. I tested it to the best of my ability. It's passed all my tests. There's no more jumping. It goes straight to the topic that you need it to. There's no everything is in sync. Um, I tested it. I also found other bugs, as I mentioned, with the when composing with the cache. So I fixed those as well. Um, and yeah, I honestly just I was testing every single possible scenario I can think of, and so far passed. Oh, and I started to start the convo. It passed. I shared a profile, and I clicked on the little toast. It passed. So it passed all my tests. But again, if you guys remember how when we once had that freeze group, I think we called it, or test freeze, or I don't know what we called it, but where we were testing all the like the navigation stuff and the notification. If we can just do a quick round of that as well, just I want to make sure it passes anything you throw at it. And if
Tell me that
so,
last part about magnification.
no, we had a freeze group testing
Yeah.
to test the navigation and from the notification, the deep links. Remember how one time we had like literally maybe around a month we were just testing that stuff.
Testing which aspect of it? I'm still not following.
The notification, when you get a notification on chat and you click on it, it takes you to topic. When it
Right.
navigates you to a certain place.
navigating from notification into a topic. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, into a top, yeah, yeah, from notification, from like start a chat, from whatever it is, yeah, like anything that can navigate you to chat, we should test. Which we once did, if you remember, like when we were refactoring it.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to run everything that I remembered in terms of testing, but I could have missed something. So that's why, if you guys want to create another group chat and try all that stuff, like creating new topics while you're outside the chat, while you're in the chat, you know what I mean? All that stuff, if you remember, like try to break it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like I said, it passed everything I threw at it, but again, I could have missed something. So and it's very important to get this right because this is like navigating via notification, and we know how I don't want to push it if there's any problems into it because we know how bad this can get if it gets like
Right.
messy.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah. Last but not least, the camera stuff for Android. I don't know if Todd, you got a chance to test that. I don't know if it works for you in the new build or not. I feel like if you're
Yeah,
checking
so
in and
far on both iOS and Android, it works as expected so far.
okay. Okay. And there's a new feature. If you say deny the first time, then you try to take photo again, it'll take you to settings to like give access right away.
Okay, I'll test it. Thank you.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what I worked on yesterday. Yeah. So I just got all that in now. Now I don't know how much of the stuff we want in the new build or in the old architecture. Sorry. Um. Yeah, I don't know how much of the stuff we want in the old architecture. Um.
Well, there was a couple small, like link previews, some small things.
Yeah, I would say the scrolling stuff. I mean, had probably has nothing to do with the old architecture, right? I mean, like we don't need it in there.
Yeah, those are only new architecture
Yeah,
problems.
that's for the new. Okay, so as far as the dynamic imaging for previews and showing our internal links, I think we probably want that one. Now the tricky one and the camera, we also want that one, I would assume. Now the tricky one is the notification or the navigation part. When I say navigation, I mean that deep link thing I was talking about, through the notification.
Mhm.
Um, that one, I don't know if we wanted in the old one or not. In my opinion, it's an improvement, but since it's not tested, I would probably hold off on that. Maybe keep it in the new one. And if the old one is so far people are not complaining or there's not a lot of problems, probably don't touch it. What is him?
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll probably have a new build out today then for the old architecture. Hopefully the last build with the old one.
Still see a little bit of flicker in some areas. Um, Nothing too major. Let me put this in development and tell me what you guys think about it. And Ismail, why don't you both look at this real quick? So this is just I recreated it too. So if you go from the main chat to a topic, in this case, I go to a topic for pets. So there's a topic with a picture of a dog, and you'll see the dog flickers quite a bit as it's loading. I just put it in development. Let me know what you think of that. What's going on there? You guys got that?
The flicker on the header or the image inside the chat?
Up above the group, the topics up above, and the dog.
Yeah.
The-
Oh, yeah, on the header, yeah, I saw that, and
Yeah, I was gonna say the image itself doesn't flicker, it's just the header.
I fixed the flicker inside the chat.
Wait,
Like
the
for
whole
images.
header is not flickering. Just the topic I selected.
No, yeah, I mean like the topic itself, the image topic itself, it's flickering, right?
Yes,
The topic
Right.
profile.
that's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, yeah. I did not. That's not the flicker that I was working on or fixing. It was like flickers inside the chat list, the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was,
Yeah,
yeah, when I was like working on this is the first time seeing this flicker. So yeah, I didn't catch it before.
that's okay. I wanted to point it out, see which
Hmm.
who might want to work on it. Also, going very slow with it. How did we transition in the past on this? Was it? I feel like the background is changing color too soon. I mean, what do you think? If when I first tap it, you'll see like the background change color first, then the sliding. I feel like we had a smoother transition than that before.
I mean,
I have to go back to some prior. I think I have some screen recorders I could look at that.
yeah, I can see what's going on. It just yeah. Um, I don't remember like we did like something specific in the past to have this to be smoother or something like that.
I think the only difference now that I'm looking at a one from October 23rd, I think what makes a difference is the sliding happens immediately before, like the content starts sliding to the left
Yeah.
immediately, whereas now it's one of the last things to change for some reason. Like the background changes first,
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I think
kind of minor, but
this would be an easy fix. I think I'll have to look into the code and see how things are there.
okay. Okay, yeah, I think there's probably going to be a lot of just little things. We work so long improving little things with the transitions and different little things that are we take for granted because they're nice and smooth right now. Um, it just
And
depends.
also, like, let's not forget the start convo and share the love screens since
Yeah,
I have some chat stuff going on there. Would be nice to test those too.
true.
Yeah, if you can also test those, I mean, with the new with the changes I made, just to make sure it navigates properly. Because the code I played with, it's like the brains of all the deep link navigation for chat.
That was for Amin Ismail.
That's for me.
Yeah, that was for you. I mean, I was just saying, please, when you're looking, when you're revisiting Share the Love and the Star Combo and all that, if you can just also test. Hopefully we'll have my branch merge, but if you can test, yeah, all the deep linking in there because it's connected to the same one, the same deep link logic that we have, or the same topic. If you remember in chat tab nav, like that screen, that's kind of responsible for
Um,
all the.
okay, but like, I'm not working on that screen to start the convo.
No. What I'm saying is, when you're there, if you can, since you worked on it and you know kind of all the weak spots or tricky places, if you can test it, is what I'm saying. Just make sure it navigates
Okay.
properly. And then that's all
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
asking.
What do you mean? Okay.
Okay. Hmm. I'm just looking at some of these transitions. They sure were smooth before. Hmm. Hmm. Little things. I mean, I know you spent a lot of time ironing out some of these very little things. Huh. Why do you think, first of all, why do you think that topic is flickering? I mean, what do you think's going on there?
It it's gonna be for like a re-render that's going on there, like another data coming in, and it causes that header to flicker where it should not be.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was the case for images or the chat input. It was flickering too.
Is, is there a way to look for re-renders besides just visually looking for them? Is there another way to detect them?
Um, yeah, there is.
Maybe it'd be a
There's,
good idea to do that.
I mean, I
Just,
can, but like if you want to go that way, yeah, like to eliminate re-renders and everything. That I'm not like visual appearing. Like there's like tools that can help, but you have to choose like to what extent. Like like if you're gonna go aggressively and eliminate all re-renders, you will we will start seeing problems. Like some re-renders are good, you want them, so that
uh,
would be another set of like tasks to focus on.
hmm,
Because like let's say for example, like I'm gonna go and gonna plug in a tool to help me like to to detect all the re-renders in that header, like the whole header. If it will tell me like the tool, it's not gonna like I know a tool, but it's not gonna tell you, hey, this is like why it's re-rendering. Just I'm gonna tell you, yeah, this is re-renders, and maybe this is why it's re-rendering. And there's some work that you have to do and to find out why actually the re-rendering happened. And it's gonna tell you like all the small components that lives in that header. So if we're gonna go and just like fix all the re-renders there, I think problems gonna start happening with that header.
just,
Uh, so yeah, we'll have to be moderate about it.
okay. Um, okay. Just going through. I'm trying to do some comparisons between old and new. Do you think if you fix the re-render on the topic, it might make the transition with the background work a little better? Do you think, like, in the past, if you tapped on a topic, you had instant feedback of the content, the main chat messages sliding out?
I don't think it's related.
Hmm,
Yeah, I don't think so.
okay. Um, hmm, there's some other little, just they're very minor little things. Um, I think that the header shifts in size a tiny bit at the end.
Like the whole header shift
Yeah, like comes down, maybe goes up a little tiny bit.
comes down. Okay. I thought like shifting to the sides, but like at the very end of the video you sent.
Yeah. As it's transitioning to the topic,
I don't see it yet. I don't see it. It shifted. Like the video you sent is not there.
I'll show
Mm.
you.
Also, can I just give feedback a little bit on the lotties? Um, it's like they make the phone stutter a little bit, especially when I'm onboarding.
How do you mean?
Like for example, if I'm like going to the phone screen, I'm entering my phone number, and then the lottie starts playing, the phone just stutters for a little bit. It's just like it feels janky.
Hmm,
Mm, And I have like I'm running it on the iPhone 14 Pro, so it's a pretty decent phone.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I think there's and honestly, all of onboarding just feels a little bit jittery. Um, and it's not the onboarding; it's the lotties. Like anytime I see a lottie play, it's not necessarily smooth.
Okay. Um,
If I think that's something I want to look into.
okay. Yeah.
Because I
Do see what you mean though. Yeah.
yeah
There's like missing frames, maybe.
yeah like frame drops,
Yeah.
and it's not even frame drops. The whole phone freezes for a little bit. It doesn't feel nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know it's for a lot because every time a lot of plays that happens only. It's not like anything else.
Okay. Take a look. I'm just thinking about how many years of work spent to polish these things. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like even that globe that spins in the background, it's jittery. That's a pretty good tell right there. I mean, I'm watching the onboarding again from this morning, but that one is a pretty easy one because it's a continuous rotating globe, and you can
I mean, we
just
have a lot of it in every single screen on onboarding, and every single one I feel like a little bit of like slow down. Like it's
yeah.
so I don't know if it's the kind of lotties we're using or if it's the library itself. Um, but I kind of want to do some experiments, see what I can find out there.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah, the globe will spin, stop. So that's, I mean, I see it, I see things everywhere, but that one's like really easy to just, if you want to focus on it, you can see that it spins, stop, spin, stop, spin, stop. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, there's definitely something under the hood there. Um, I mean, I don't know how we're gonna get it, get things like kind of close to how they were. I just know how they were. Like I have and it's not going to be as clear in Slack, of course, because like Slack will lose frames. But I'm sending another screen record into development. This is with our old architecture, and the transition into a group message and then into topics is really really fluid. Um, just compared to what we have now, the way things fade in, fade out, um, versus the one I had sent prior in development. Um,
Well, this one you just sent, it still like changes the background fast, like even before navigating to the topic.
um, but it all happens simultaneously. Like you're already getting the motion of the messages sliding
Um,
left.
it, maybe just because you're switching to a topic that is close to the main chat. Maybe.
I don't. Let me try a topic that's closer. Uh, maybe I don't know. I'd have to do slow motion. But there are flickers up in the topic.
Yeah, there's like as the header, like at the top. Yeah, I can. That's visible. Also like this topic is switching to is on its own. It only has the card. A good test will be with a topic that has stuff going on inside. No, so for
Yeah,
it, it's gonna
I
take
was.
time to load and render.
I, that was the one I happened to record, but I looked at a few just now.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. Um, so there is definitely a little jump. You can see that the header is in this position. Let me send this to you. It's like these are all little minor things, but they kind of add up. So the header is there, and then it's there here. It's it's not the reason I'm struggling to explain this is because it's not like an obvious thing like, hey, let's fix the flicker. It's really bad to see that, and that'll make everything look better. I'm seeing a lot of just very little subtle things, but they're all adding up to like if you compare where we were in the old architecture to this one, they're together in like all together a reduced experience, like not good. Um, but you see the difference. I just sent those two screenshots in the development channel. It's subtle,
Hmm.
but there's a shift. That shift didn't happen in the old architecture. It's probably one of the skeleton loaders.
Could be. So to understand more, like, so the first screenshot you sent, this is the new architecture,
Yes.
and the last one, it's
No,
the
no,
old.
they're both within a few frames of each other from the
Hmm.
build.
New architecture.
Yes.
And you're saying like there's multiple like things going on, transition and everything going on there.
Well, in the case of the two screenshots I just sent, I'm identifying one problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you were saying you didn't detect a shift in the header, but I'm showing you the shift.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Image one, there is no blue background behind the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
icon with Rob,
Yeah.
right? And then
Right
image
now,
two, yeah, it shifts up a little bit. Like I'm saying, there's a lot of just very little things. Like the fading in and fading out isn't quite as clean. Little shifts here and there. I mean, we had it down. We had it polished to like Apple level quality, in my opinion. I think it's the current version, like the App Store version of the app is like high professional quality, and it shows. No one questions it. It's just you expect it to be perfect because we're on that highest level, and this new architecture has undone a lot of our tedious work that we spent time on. Me. How many times have I sent a screenshot and said, "Hey, there's like a little something here. Play this in slow motion. Let's fix that." And how many times have you and Ismail fixed it over months and months and months? We take it for granted. They're all like little fixes. But over time, there were probably thousands of fixes. Maybe not thousands, but like a lot of slight improvements for an overall A+ quality experience. And now we're getting the function, which is obviously key. Like we can't progress without the function working as we expect. Um, but as we nail the function, um, I'm focusing a little more on the quality, the little quality of life type interactions, and we may have a lot of little things to look at. But if you're able to do some comparisons yourself and see what I mean, it'll help save me some time because I have a lot of preparation to do outside the app for all kinds of external things we're doing. Um, but if you do some side by side comparisons with the old version and the new one, I think things will just jump out at you, like what I'm saying here, like how there is a little bit of a lag when you tap on the topic. The messages didn't slide out um, right away. They still kind of don't, no matter which topic. Um, yeah, I mean, I could do this whole thing, but maybe focus on a couple of the. Are you going to look into that flicker that's happening up in the
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, and that jump maybe, and yeah, just see if you can smooth up. Well, I imagine that smoothing some of these transitions and things will potentially reveal any kind of issues like a re-render or any. Maybe there are. Maybe we're still not fully utilizing the new architecture the way with all its benefits. Like maybe some of our code is overdone. Is that possible? And like maybe if we take advantage of the new architecture's design, it might do a lot of the smoothness for us. Is that realistic?
Yeah, that's possible. The tricky part is just like to find out overlooked code to know how to fix it with the new architecture. Like in some cases, that overlooked code it's it shows in the ad flickers, not good smooth transition and all of that. Sometimes it's not. It's just like hidden. It's only after like you do this and this and this and that. That overlooked code it affects the app and it shows. So that's the tricky part of it. But once we find it and you we fix it in a way that plays nice with the new architecture. And yeah, I remember something else. Like there's the React compiler that should help with the unnecessary re-renders. It is enabled, but it's not like fully enabled because there's like rules that you have to follow for the React compiler to work. And yeah, there's a lot of them, and and that will require code changes, but you don't want to just do code changes to satisfy the React compiler because that breaks the behavior. So yeah, for example, I can try out like the to satisfy the React compiler rules for the header. We'll have when we're gonna do that, we'll have to test again to make sure like it's still functioning as it is.
Hmm.
We sure like the re-renders are not there anymore, are gone.
Okay. 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 Well, spend a little time where you think it might
Mm,
benefit, and just do what I'm doing. Like, take
yeah,
some
the
screen
slow motion,
record.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's another one. Just so for instance, I don't know how big a deal it is, but like I send a development when I'm navigating back to the main chat, the background color from the topic disappears right away, but then turns to a light blue, which I don't think it did that before. Maybe it did. I'd have to double check. But like, I think there's some unnecessary steps happening in between some of the transitions. Notice how you notice in that screenshot how the background color went to blue. So like, if you watch it in slow motion, I tap the main chat icon,
Hmm.
then the background turns light blue, then it starts sliding. In the past, it was all kind of one motion.
Yeah, I can
See,
see.
see what I mean there?
Yeah. Hmm.
Is there maybe something bigger underlying that?
It could be just now, um, because like the order of states that are being set, it's now s- because the new architecture it changes the order to what it thinks to this is important, this is not important. Maybe we'll have to look into that to set like to tell the React like do this, do this, do this, like in this order. Maybe before we didn't have to do it because it gets the just like that. But now maybe it's like it's explicit. You have to direct
Hmm.
like order of the states to change meanings, like the changes you want to see in order. Maybe something like that because I'm not sure. I'm just like thinking of what could cause in like, those changes now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, I get it. I'll like I'll have like screen records like in slow motion and everything, so I can
Okay.
see the good things happening.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be perfect because you'll see things I'm not seeing too. Probably more from a code perspective of why certain things are happening the way they are. So like the last one I just sent, this is the one I'm talking about where it kind of it's just not as smooth as it used to be. You'll kind of see like, and you feel it yourself too when even at the end. Yeah, the last one I sent, um, in regular speed, you can kind of see it's few things are jumping around. If you look at the bottom of the screen,
Mm-hmm.
the input field, Well, yeah, just play with it and see if you can get the responsiveness to where the things are happening right away and in the right order.
I'm trying to look like the bottom of the screen, the input. If do you see something that it's not there, should be there, or like I'm
Um,
playing video very slow and um, yeah, like what do you see wrong like with the input between the transitions?
let me zoom in. It's like the emojis or some component of it.
Is it like a shift? It's is it being pushed a little bit down or like emojis? Um,
Yeah. At the very end,
mhm.
um, there is no input field, and then it appears. I can share my screen and show you if you want. Yeah, here, let me share my screen. One sec.
Yeah, because like things are loading, I see what's going on. Like where there's no input field.
Yeah, but it's not doing it on the other topics. Why that topic?
So this topic is like the first time you're gonna navigate to. You see there's no chat or anything.
Yeah.
So it's still loading, like API calls happening and we give him data. So to know what to render, what to not.
Did we
That's
always
why.
do it this way?
But once it's the data is there and you're gonna navigate back to that topic, you will see the input immediately now. Because
Did
like
it, did it always work that way?
I'm not sure if it's gonna be always if it was like that, but yeah, like elements on the screen are not just appearing like that. Like especially in chat, like we wait on API calls to know what to render and what not, what to show and not. So
But wouldn't we always show? There were certain elements. I think that's how we avoided the jumpiness, right? Because we talked about this part maybe a year ago. We were like, well, we know there's always going to be an input field. There's always going to be a header, and
hmm
so kept those in position to like only load in the elements that we needed to load because you don't need to load the input field every time, obviously, right? I'm pretty sure you worked on that a
well,
long,
for now the input is being like rendered every like each tab it has its own
but
input.
that's probably, well, for one, not optimal, but two, something I think we have accounted for a long time ago. No, don't you think?
No, that's how it was like since day one when we started working on this. Like each tab,
Are you
it
sure?
has yeah, because and we say when I say like it has its own input, it's not like redoing it again. It's like the same component. It's just being shared between the tab. It's and because like you could be typing, for example, hi on topic one, but like you're gonna go to another topic and you're gonna start typing something else. When you go back to the first topic, you want to see the hi there. If they are like the same one, like the same reference,
Okay,
you cannot do that. So
that makes sense. But
it's like
did we
same
account for it?
component.
Yeah, to load the whole component though each time. Like, I mean, once the component's loaded,
Yeah, it's gonna be low. Well, chat input here in this case, it's not a lot of things to load. Like it's not images or videos, a lot of things to load. It's basic inputs. But like the issue here, it's like something else. It's blocking the input. Whatever we were gonna be having there, it's gonna be the reason why I made that input not visible, it's gonna make whatever there not even like a small button, like a very very tiny button. It's not gonna be visible because maybe there's something's going on, like uh you can say freezing or blocking other components to be re-rendered on the side. I think this is what's going on here because
Okay.
yeah, like the
What?
input it should be
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the input should be very 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 fast to render. It shouldn't be like
But it's not. So that's telling you something, right?
yeah, like something else is blocking from the input from
Right. Okay.
being
That's
rendered.
the kind of stuff I I need you to dig into where it would probably be easier for you to see it. And like I'm going really slow with the transition, and I am focusing on that bottom input field. And aside from the thing we were just talking about, there is, I do notice a whole jump at the end of a transition where, like, I'm going frame by frame. I can see all the emojis within that input field kind of sliding in on each frame. And then there's one frame towards the end of the transition where it skips all the way, like it skips like 5-10 frames ahead. And it would be hard to notice. Like, that's why it's hard for me to tell, like, well, why does it look, why does it not look smooth? Like, what is not smooth about it? It's hard to tell. Like, I just know it's not smooth, but why is it not smooth? And now I can see in slow motion the last transition, the last, really like the last 3, 4, 5 frames of the transition, it skips like 10 or 20 frames, and jumps into place. But you would only see it by going slow. Maybe that's, I'm sure, I think there's just a few things happening under the hood that are causing some of this stuff. Like you were saying, like that input field should load really quick, right?
Mhm. Well,
Yeah.
it's
But
like we start seeing these kind of issues now. I'll say the reason why we see them now because like we got rid of the other big issues, crashes, things are not working as they were
mhm,
before, like behaving just as expected. Now things are working. Now we start seeing those small transition animations issues for the same reason why like like the other stuff were not working too because the new architecture, the new version of everything, the upgrade and everything. So
that makes
yeah,
sense.
like I know, like for you, like we had this worked before, but now it's not. Doesn't make sense, but like we we're upgrading everything. So and that was like expected. Like even React Native team, everyone community says there will be a lot of breaking changes in your app once you go this
Hmm.
way. So
Right. Yeah. And I know we'll sort them out. Um,
mhm,
I just want to point out for you to look at because
yeah.
you're going to be closest to it, and some of it's hard for me to explain too. But it sounds like you're seeing more of the foundation stuff to the
Hmm.
existence of it. So yeah, try doing some of this, and um, I mean, obviously there's the obvious ones like the flickering happen on the icons, but let me know about the transitions too.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, so maybe it'll give us an opportunity to do a little code cleanup in the process,
I
simplify
would not
some.
call it, I would not call it code cleanup, but more like of fixing these issues. And yeah, while doing that, if I find something not necessary there, then yeah, I'll delete it. But yeah, I would not call it like code cleanup here.
No, you don't think we have some old fixes that can just be removed?
It, it could be that, or it could be like the work that we had before that was like not a fix. It was just perfect, works fine. Now it's not.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and when I was working on the other stuff, sometimes I came across those cases where some code it was like not necessarily needed anymore, so just delete it. So, but here I don't know the case. So after I'm working on that, I'll be telling you more about it if it was the case or not.
Okay. I found another one, but it wasn't recording. And now I won't do it again. Dang it. I went to a chat and went to a topic and it had an image in the topic and it re-rendered the chat with like the image and the image slid down as it re-rendered, which was kind of interesting. Let me see if I can recreate something like that again. Now I can't. Wait, what was that? Okay, I'll play with it more and send you some more stuff. Um, you might be able to recreate it. If you go to the Meet the World chat
Hmm.
and then go to the pets topic and record it. For me, there's a dog image like within the first three messages. For me, it re-rendered that topic and then the dog kind of slid down all the content.
Maybe like this kind of the issues when I was working on the jumps. For you to have it, yeah, I'm not sure. For me, I was clearing the cache and everything. I'm not sure if just closing the app and open it for you would do it for the issue to happen again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could try that. Were you able to recreate it?
No, I was not.
Okay, let me see if I can. No, didn't recreate it.
Yeah, but but yeah, these kind of issues that I was working on, they were like tricky for me to produce it too, and I have to keep clearing the cache. Sometimes deleting the app, going through again. I like when I say clearing the cache, it's like the network call cache, like because like when you call something from the API, it gets cached somehow, and so yeah, like since it was in my environment, I was able to do all of that, and it was like that's how I was able to recreate the issue.
Mhm. Okay.
But you said like just you just went to the topic that's there, and it was you said the dog's image flickers, and it was like a scroll
Yeah,
down.
like the messages loaded, including the image, but
Hmm.
then it disappeared and reloaded. And as they reloaded, they like transitioned from the top down, which
Mm.
is I've never seen. Kind of like how the topics transition from the top down.
Yeah, I remember this issue. It happens to me like while I was working on the other issues, but like it happens like once in a while. It's not like every time I see it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because now it won't recreate it for me. Hmm, interesting. Yeah. Um, okay. Well, yeah, I'll go through more of it, and then yeah, if you do too, probably be able to find a lot of this. So, but with that one, with the pets one, do you think there's what do you think that one's related to?
Like the scrolling.
Yeah, actually, I think I did get it kind of. Take a look at this one. Actually, Ismail, you should look at this too. I'll put it in development. When I get to the topic, it has a purple background. One second. It's sending. I'm in the Zodiac chat. When I get to the topic with the purple background, still sending. Okay, so you'll see a shift in the topics left to right, kind of on its own, and you'll see a shift in the chat kind of on its own. Take a look at that. It's short video. What do you guys think is going on there? So that, see that move at the end, like where the whole group of topics slides to the left?
Yeah. Interesting.
It did that on its own. And yeah, and
Yeah.
shift the whole conversation a little bit.
Is it easy to recreate?
Well, no.
No. Okay.
No, I had gone between several topics. I would say to recreate any of these things, it's key to be the first time in the chat. Like first, this is, fresh install and nothing's cached at all. This is my first time visiting.
Mm. Mm.
But some stuff like that, it's kind of, I would say it's not ready for release. It's lost that precision.
Mm. Mm. Oh,
Is there
how
a
how did
re-render?
you create that? I don't see how it's possible to create that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I don't know, things can goof up, but
Well, keep in mind, you and Amin have both introduced small fixes to things like flickers.
yeah, but none of them are related to the topic selector, so to speak.
Is
Like
it
the
even,
way it's calculated is through, basically there's like a little magic page in it, just or with the help of the list. So that if that happens, that could be a glitch in the list itself, not necessarily bad code on our end.
what kind of glitch in the list?
So like the when you select something, you're selecting an index, which the list should handle basically.
Mhm.
If our code is doing it correctly, um, that's why I'm assuming something like that could. I'm not saying it is, but there's a good chance it might be a glitch in the list that you experienced. Something that's maybe rare. We'll see. I mean, I'll keep an eye out on it. And now that you mentioned it, every time it's stream topic, see if I can find a consistent way to recreate it. Because that's the only way to really
Mhm.
fix it if you can consistently recreate it. Because
Yeah.
you want to see if your changes worked or not. I'm guessing.
Yeah. This is what I was saying like a week ago. So I'd like you guys to do what I'm doing here and just use the app as a user would use it,
Mm-hmm.
send messages, tap notifications, which I didn't do any of that stuff, but also just navigating around topics real quick and in and out of chats and screen record while you're doing it, because sometimes it's like hard to say like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah.
I know something happened, but what just happened? And the screen record brings it to life. Like, oh, weird. The conversation shifted. You can see that. Did you notice that conversation kind of pops up and down, and also the topics all shift. So there's two things happening, which you wouldn't be able to catch in real time. But I am confident if you guys spend time on this with an eye, like looking for where is it not smooth, you will see a lot. Like it'll be I think faster for you guys to do that than me pick screen records, especially because like they aren't always reproducible like every single time. So that's where I'm concerned. We could take months if you're waiting for me or somebody to catch something on a screen record and say like, oh hey, this was weird, versus in your environment, just try and reproduce some of this and compare it to the old builds too, and you'll see there's been some decline in some of this stuff, but again, it's not easy to like just do over every time, which isn't that doesn't that mean we have maybe some over engineering in some places, that some one thing's conflicting with another thing, but not necessarily every time.
I always like to find those if we do have them, because that's something I make a mental note of, to make things work as simple as possible, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I think that's that's the ultimate to do things, because it's easier to maintain and it's easier to read and build off of. But yeah, I mean, I want to look at the lotties, and then after that, I can spend some time on this. I can look at maybe
Okay. Yeah, I think you should look at that last one, because I think it might have something to do with it. Because you've been doing a lot with indexing over the.
Yeah. We haven't touched that code, so to speak, but yeah, I mean, I'll look into it, see if I can simplify it and keep the same. Like, now we have AI tools that are much smarter, so maybe it can give me some, not necessarily fix the problem, but maybe give me some ideas.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and
Um,
then if you could look at some of those prior ones, I think some of those might fall into where you have experience, and
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I mean, I'll look into like that flickering when changing topics. Like, I'll look into the whole topic thing. So anything related to topic, I'll after I'm done with, I want to look in lotties and that as well.
okay, perfect. Okay, sounds good then. Keep us busy for a little while. I'll keep playing with it, and I got to jump off though. We got a busy day today. We got a lot going on. This day after tomorrow is a holiday, so Amit, Amin, we're just gonna all take it off. It's Thursday. It's Christmas here in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, so take day off and enjoy yourself. But
Thanks.
in the meantime, let's try and get closer to the to perfection here on our new build. I am excited to get it out, but I'm just nervous about people going, "Why did you hype this new architecture when everything's janky now?" So it kind of unfortunately puts high expectations on the release, like, because as soon as we say like, "Hey, guess what? We got a big update," et cetera, they won't understand that technically everything is way better, more stable, and like it'll just like visually feel, hey, why is it worse? So we have to keep that in mind.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it feels worse, then it is worse, no matter how technically it's better.
Yep, exactly. That's perception's reality in this case. So yeah, we'll get there. All right. Well, I'm gonna get onto all this other stuff I got to do. Want you guys keep in touch if you need me or each other. Just we got Slack, and I'll meet up with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Catch you later.